Netflix has announced that The Office is going to be not on Netflix anymore starting in 2021. I think January 2021 is when it's gonna... I mean, 2020, sorry, 2020. I forgot what year it was. I thought today was 2020. They're gonna stop in January 2020 because it's going to NBC's streaming service. Woo! Yeah! Who is excited about paying for another subscription? Ah, yeah! Woo! That's so exciting. Yeah! Come on, guys! Like, who's not excited for that? Like, woo! Yeah! Woo! Wow. Okay. So yeah, basically NBC's like, oh, you guys make a lot of money, and even though we're like really behind on the times and we probably should have thought of this like years ago, we're actually going to do our own streaming service with our own content, so we're going to yank that from your platform because we want to make money because you're making so much money. So NBC's streaming platform, I don't know if they have any information about them. Move is expected as multiple media behemoths, including NBC Universal, parent Comcast, Warner Media, and Disney, are all launching streaming services of their own. Need library programming to bolster their inventory. Of course. Move also comes with significant financial loss. Let me zoom in so you guys can actually look at the text. As NBCU could have opted to take a page from Warner Bros. And license Office Necklace for a sizable fee. Warner's last year added a year to Netflix's deal for the mega hit Friends in a pact worth $100 million. The deal keeps Friends on Netflix through the end of 2019, with Warner Media's streaming service expected to launch in the fourth quarter of this year. Friends is also expected to leave Netflix after the deal expires, as Warner Media's Kevin Riley previously told reporters that it wasn't a good idea to share such crown jewels as Friends. NBC's ad-supported streaming service set to launch in 2020 will feature TV and film franchises from within the company, as well as homegrown original programming and content from outside studios. Again, it's not surprising that NBC is doing this. It sucks, honestly, I think, for consumers, in my opinion. No one wants to like Netflix, like, we're gonna look back in like 5 years and remember the golden days of streaming, and I'm talking about like live streaming, but I'm talking about like streaming services like Netflix, which has pretty much been like the main one. You have Hulu, and Amazon has some stuff too, but Amazon and Hulu and Netflix have all been, they've all taken content that's already existed, part of, you know, the main cable networks, and they've taken them and hosted them on their site. Now those networks are like, oh my god, you guys are making so much money, this is the future, right? So they want to do it too. You know, I don't really necessarily fault them for the move, but it sucks for us. So I don't know any. Do you guys have any information about the NBC streaming service? It says at the end of the article it's going to be an ad-supported streaming service, so I'm not sure if there's like going to be like a free option, which I would be okay with. I think if every company forces subscriptions, like, it's very problematic. And also, one potential benefit of the NBC thing could be that, like how with HBO, where they have the content available online, but if you already pay for the subscription through your cable, then you just log into your cable sign-on, right? So if that's how that works, then I mean, the problem is a lot of people are trying to like cut cable and not pay for that and then extra stuff. I'm not even sure how many people are paying for cable. I still do, but I don't even watch cable TV. I kind of waste money on it, but every now and then I watch TV. It's not like NBC gets nothing and Netflix pays them to license. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Like Netflix pays for all that programming. Sounds like a cable subscription, ad-supported subscription service. Yeah. I just wonder if it's going to be completely separate from what they already have. Also, the pricing is going to be interesting as well. This conversation reminds me to cancel my cable. What's up, Tyran? So yeah, there is, so Hotbox is right, where HBO Go is like completely an online service, so you don't even have to pay for the subscription. It's slightly cheaper, which is a cool alternative. But man, like this stuff adds up very quickly. Netflix has raised their prices, I think, at least twice in the last 5 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, 2 to 3 times in the last couple of years. Which I have been okay with for the most part because Netflix had everything. Still has a lot of stuff, and the original programming is really good on Netflix. I'm a big fan of a lot of Netflix's shows, so I've been okay with that. But now, as we're seeing Disney pull their content from Netflix, they're making their own thing. NBC is doing it as well. It's gonna start to be as costly as cable to keep up with all these subscriptions, and it kind of sucks to have to just bounce around to all these different things, which is it's inevitable. It's going to happen. There's nothing anyone can do about it, really. This is happening no matter what. It's gonna be where every network has their own things, and you have to make decisions on what shows you like with what you're gonna pay for. So if you want to just watch NBC stuff for a month, do that. What's Plex? What's Plex? What is Plex? Found an article in the NBC thing from January. Be free to pay TV subscribers, which makes sense. You haven't seen the light yet? What is Plex? This isn't really piracy for most people. I mean, like Netflix, like I said, we're gonna look back and Netflix, where Netflix had it all, and for one price, like that is such a freaking steal. Like we're seriously gonna be resentful of how things have changed. But he has a lot of money in the business, and I could have seen this coming long before Netflix even existed. But yeah, I mean, okay, so if you aren't a paying TV subscriber, or if you want to watch without ads, you'll also be able to buy a standalone subscription. NBC TV shows, with subscription costing around $12 a month. So the standalone subscription is $12 a month? Plex is your own library, taking your Blu-ray DVDs and putting them on your own server. They're also shareable with other Plex users. Is that not illegal torrenting? How is that not illegal torrenting? I mean, you're streaming it from your own server, but if it's not your content, it's your own library. But how do they know it's your own content? And if you're allowed to share it with other people, so if you share with other people, can they download it, or are they just watching it from your server? It's your own library that could be pirated. It's a physical hard drive that's on your desk. With Plex, you can hook up a TV tuner and record and remove commercials. Oh, hmm. It's not illegal to use Plex, but you can use Plex in a legal way. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering as well. Now you're on content that is not made by you or you own the rights, that it is illegal, but you can, because you cannot share your own copies. It's your library that your friends can use. Yeah, interesting. I think the gray area is definitely the your friends thing. Like, I think that's at the point where almost pretty much 90% of things that you'd be sharing would probably be illegal. Hey, here's my original work that I can't upload anywhere else, that I'm gonna privately share with you and my dearest friends. It's not illegal to copy a DVD that you own for your own use, but it is illegal to share that. But I don't know, like, we'll see as these like, I mean, you're literally seeing, I don't even want to talk about this so much because we kind of went at this from the gaming side of things with the announcement at E3 where Xbox has their they've always had their Game Pass thing, but they have like the PC version of that now. Ubisoft announced their own Game Pass. Origin has their own version of the subscription model as well. Literally everything that you've known is going to turn into a subscription model. And it's interesting. It can be valuable for people. It can be more costly for others. Like I've mentioned with the gaming stuff, is if you play a lot of games and you run through games like crazy, a subscription model is fantastic. You're going to save a lot of money. I think the same thing goes with watching TV. I think the best way to handle all of these companies doing this is to pick a subscription, focus on that one only for a bit, and then move around, bounce around. I don't know how many people will just like freely just sign up for every subscription available and set it and forget it, but that's kind of the beauty of subscription models. That's why they're so popular, because a lot of people do that. What's up, Mike? What's up, Zodiac? Can I subscribe to Lowco? You can subscribe to me. Speaking of subscription. I'm glad I don't feel the need to watch things as they release. Yeah. So this also is kind of interesting because Netflix, I think this is why Netflix has gone so hard into original programming, is because they see this coming. They have foreseen this coming, and honestly, like, if this happened with NBC a couple years ago, Netflix would not be where it is today, I believe. If this happened with NBC, Disney, all these companies a couple years ago, Netflix would never be where it is, in my opinion. I think Netflix has seen this coming for a long time, and they have been trying to push for original content to make people see the value in Netflix on its own without them relying on these other big companies to have their content on Netflix. And they've done a good job. They've won me over with their original programming. It's going to be, I think, harder to justify the subscription price. What is the Netflix subscription price now? It's gone up a couple times. I'm not sure what it is now. But I think like the same issue persists, is like Netflix just becomes lumped in with all these other companies where you're just like, as a consumer, I've seen all that Netflix has right now. You know, NBC, I haven't really watched their stuff in a while, but there's a couple shows I want to catch up on. I'm going to cancel Netflix for a couple months. I'm going to go to NBC for a few months. Base level is $8.99 for non-HD. Yeah, but who's paying for that? That's the thing. You keep taking these older shows out, and like everything's HD. I think most people pay the higher I think there's 3 tiers, right? I think most people probably pay for the second one. What's up, Dave? Yeah, Hotbox. The first 5 years Netflix streaming was obscenely cheap for them because the licensors didn't see the business in it. I think they got all of it for like 20 million. Now it's hundreds of millions for some licensors. The cool thing to me, Lowco, is that all the streaming services hungry for content set us up for what I call the golden age of the content creator. I think this has been the golden age almost. Like, I think we're like at the point where it's tipping over to pretty much everything at this point is accessible online, and now everything's going to be monetized in a way that is not consumer friendly. The third tier is $16. I think you're gonna see most of these subscription models be like $10 to $15. Which I think is just like, ugh. Oh my god, OSG. Do you really have the non-HD version? Oh my god, OSG. This is like someone who has like slowly their eyesight has declined, and they can't tell until they put on glasses, and then they're like, holy crap, I can actually see things. OSG, we gotta get you off the non-HD thing. Maybe it's your TV that's like, are you watching it on your phone? Because then that's fine. If you're watching Netflix only on your phone, I guess that's fine. What's up, Carly? I heard that piracy has been up in recent years because every network wants their own streaming channel. I mean, that would make sense. I watched on my 1080p. Okay, OSG. OSG, can you splurge a couple extra bucks for HD? It's worth it. It's worth it. When I see something non-HD, I am like, what are we watching? I can't tell. What are these pixels? Let me get my glasses. What are these pixels here? Sometimes you'll get the non-HD version of like a football game and you're like, who's on what team? I can't, where's the football? Who's got the ball? I can't tell. I don't have a 4K. I'm not in 4K, guys. I'm not on the 4K thing yet. So I haven't really seen what TV can do. I don't have 4K, so I'm still on the HD. I'm like, oh, HD. I know. I need glasses. I definitely need glasses to get on the 4K stuff. I'm still like, oh, HD's fine. I have like, oh, my TV is old. My monitors can't do 4K. So what I can't see. I can't watch it 4K. I physically cannot watch it 4K. One thing Netflix really did have effect on was TV piracy, and I bet that will soon change. What do you mean, Tryon? You need to watch Our Planet when you get a 4K setup. Okay, when that happens. Okay. Yeah. Netflix and Hulu actually helped reduce piracy. Really? I mean, that makes sense. You pay 13 bucks a month, 12 bucks a month. You get pretty much everything. Netflix has a ton of stuff. It's much more convenient. It's much more safe. My parents' TV broke, so I got them a 4K TV. Went there to set up Netflix, and it asked if I wanted to upgrade the account to 4K, so I said sure. 6 hours later, I'm still setting up the TV, and now they barely got the chance to use it when I'm there. There's so barely any native 4K content. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, especially like think about Netflix, like their entire platform is exclusively streamed. Streaming 4K content for I think most people is not that feasible really for people's internet stuff. I mean, I don't know, like I feel like 4K is maybe not even like worth doing for like Netflix, and I don't know though. I'm not completely informed, so I could be wrong. 4K compression and streaming is obscene. It's not any better. I mean, that's what I figured. That's like kind of like, it's the same principle of like why I don't live stream at 1080p. Because for most people, it's not like, most people are, first of all, are like watching on their phone or just listening or just, you know. And second of all, it does limit a lot of people who have poor connection. What happened to the 3D TV I was promised 5 years ago? Who wants to watch things in 3D, honestly? 3D was like a cool little fad, but like, I mean, I don't know. It's like a fun gimmicky thing, but I'm not gonna watch every show in 3D. I don't want every show and movie to be like throwing things in my face, and it's just like this weirdness with like scenes that you can tell were like to cater to 3D. I remember where it was like, this is awkward for anyone not watching 3D, and like it's like an awkward like angle or something. "3D I think is dead. I think VR is the replacement, and I think VR is a very, very, very suitable replacement." I just realized I'm like just sitting here with like the giant NBC thing on my screen. You were just probably just like, what? VR is dead. I don't think VR and AR are dead. I think they're just slow. They're just really slow.